Hello everyone, welcome to Law Minds YouTube channel. Today we will learn about professional misconduct under the Advocates Act 1961. Let us begin with what is profession of advocacy and what is a misconduct. Advocacy is a profession which is governed by law as it revolves around law by interpreting it to defend the wrongdoers. This profession has the significance of transferring the society into a better place. Advocacy is a profession which involves raising voice towards injustice, defending the victims by protection of law. Every field, every sector, every profession has its ethics, rules, regulation that is desired to be followed by the individual involved in it. Similarly, the profession of advocacy also has certain code of conducts that is to be abided by the advocates. The term professional misconduct means any action or behavior that is disgraceful towards its profession or is not a fit action in accordance with the profession is known as a misconduct. Professional misconduct of advocates. The profession of advocates involves certain ethics that is expected to be followed by the individual. Any action, any behavior that goes against these code of conduct of the said profession can be considered as the misconduct of the profession. The Advocate Act 1961 under section 35 clause 1 regulates the punishment of actions or behaviors of the advocates which is against the code of conduct. Section 35 says that where on receipt or a complaint or otherwise a state bar council has a reason to believe that any advocate on its roll has been guilty of professional or other misconduct, it shall refer the case for disposal to its disciplinary committee, which simply means that any advocate who is believed to be of guilty of professional misconduct shall be referred to the disciplinary committee of the state bar council. The Advocates Act 1961 does not specifically describe the term misconduct as it's wide in nature, but it is still wide enough to involve the breach of duty or ethics. There are some professional attributes laid down by Dalton E. McFarland. These professional attributes are for professional advocates. First, existence of a body of specialized knowledge or techniques. Any body practicing certain profession should be knowledgeable with certain specialized techniques. Formalized methods of acquiring training and experience. A professional individual should acquire his or her training and experience in a formalized method. Establishment of a representative organization with professionalism as its goal, which means any organization which is established should be a representative with professionalism as its goal. Formation of ethical code of conduct for the guidance of conduct. A professional individual should follow ethical codes or should form ethical codes for the guidance of its conduct. Charging of fees based on service but due regards to the priority of service over the desire of money rewards, which means that the service of the professionals should be prioritized over the desire of money as their rewards. As the Advocates Act 1961 does not describe the term misconduct because of its wide nature, so the instances of the professional misconduct are revived from several cases. They are as follows. Dereliction of duty, which means breach of duty, breach of ethics by the professionals. Professional negligence means intentional negligence towards their profession. Misappropriation, this can be towards the interpretation of the case, towards the fact of the case, towards their clients, towards the court, etc. Changing sides, any professional advocate who changes sides is considered to be a misconduct. Contempt of court and improper behavior before a magistrate is in misconduct. Furnishing false information, giving improper advice, misleading the clients in court, not speaking the truth, disowning allegiance to the court. This is all considered as misconduct. These following points are revived from several cases, from several judgments of the Supreme Court. Now, such cases of professional misconduct are: first, Noratanmal Chaurasia versus Mr. Murli. Now, the court held in this case that the misconduct is not defined in the Advocate Act, but misconduct simply means the action of breach of duty. Although the term is not defined, but as to what constitutes the misconduct, but it is wide enough to include the breach of duty by the professional as it is against the ethics of the professionals. The judgment basically states that even though there is no specific definition of misconduct, but it has the capacity to include the dishonorable behavior of breach of duty. This judgment basically states that even if the wide nature of misconduct is not prescribed in any act, but this misconduct's nature is wide enough to include a professional's breach of its duty, breach of the ethics, and any breach of the duty or ethics is considered to be a dishonorable behavior toward the profession, leading it to be a misconduct of the profession. Next case is P.D. Gupta versus Ram Murthy. In this case, a complaint was filed against the advocate for benefiting himself by selling the properties of his client to a third party, as this complaint was not disposed of by the disciplinary committee of Bar Council of Delhi. This complaint was hence transferred to the Bar Council of India by section 36B of the Advocate Act. The disciplinary committee of the Bar Council of India found him guilty of misconduct of the profession and suspended him from practice of 1 year. Any misrepresentation towards the clients, any false behavior, any unlawful action towards their clients is also considered as the misconduct of the professional, and hence the advocate was found guilty. Next case is Pratap Narayan versus VP Raheja. In this case, the respondent filed a complaint against the advocate of the allegations of forging a stay order and giving it to the respondent when there was no stay order passed by the court. This complaint resulted in the serious misconduct of the advocate, and the name of the said advocates was removed from the roll of the Bar Council of Delhi. I hope this video was useful. Thank you so much.